Hello guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kudrat. This introduction is for the new people who are just joining us on this platform. And I started talking about these newly funded Erasmus Mundus programs that will be available for 2025 application. That means they'll be opening soon. And today I have the part 3 of this where I'm talking about some of these newly funded programs because there are so many and I cannot just come up with a single video to talk about everything. That will mean that I will miss out some important information I will be able to share while I'm doing this in parts. So for today, let's check the list of programs I have. So the first program I have for this morning is the Master's Program in Cybersecurity and Assurance, CyberSure. So people who are eligible for this particular program will already know, like there are some programs that have this clear program name. If you've studied cybersecurity, you know this is for you. If you've studied physics, you may be eligible. So like I always say, you need to check the program website. But for my subscribers, for my supporters, for people who have been watching my videos, I did an extra work for you guys. So if you've studied cybersecurity, this is a great information for you. I've searched 3 other Erasmus Mundus program you can apply for in 2025. So currently, people who have I'm making noise. So currently, people who have so for people who have studied cybersecurity, you have 4 different programs you can apply for. This is a priceless information for you. You can apply for Masters of Applied Cybersecurity, CyberMax, Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters in Cybersecurity. That's another program entirely, CyberRose, and Cyber on its own. These Joint Masters in Cyberspace, Behavior, and E-Therapy. So if you're on my channel, you've been supporting me, I've done this great work for you to reduce your stress of finding programs you can apply for. So you have these 4 programs on this page you can apply for. So if you know anyone who have graduated with a degree in cybersecurity, please share them this video. So you can apply for all these 4. And we are sure that this first program has funding for this year. So we need to check all these too. So if you've watched my video on how to check if there is funding for a particular program, you should know how to check if this will be open in 2025. But trust me, this first one I'm coming up with this morning will be open for 2025. Will be opening for 2025 applications. So the next program I have this morning is the Data Engineering and Artificial Intelligence, DEAI. I call it DEI. So for people who have earned a degree, I think are eligible for this particular program, like engineering, like data science, like AI. I've set few other programs you too can apply for. You can apply for the European Master in Law, Data, and AI, MEDI. You can apply for MI, Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters in Artificial Intelligence, and also you can apply for the Erasmus Mundus program on the engineering of data intensive intelligence software systems, EDISS. So guys, if you are eligible for data engineering and AI, you have 3 more programs that I've searched for you. So you know that you may need to do some more work to know what other programs you can apply for, but trust me, you have these 4 already. So guys, I'm doing your work for you. I'm bringing this to your doorstep. Yeah, thank you for, and I need to say this, thank you for watching my videos. I really saw the progress lately. People have been watching. I see so many people are expecting Erasmus Mundus and so many opportunities to open. So I wish you all the best, guys. So the next program I have here is the EDISS, one of the three I talked about in the previous slide. So EDISS got the funding renewed as well. So that means on this page, you have two that you are sure that funding has been renewed, but you need to check for this. If you already watched my video on how to check if funding is available, you can just check for this too, so that you confirm you can apply for this fall very soon, 2025. So let's talk about EDIS. I did some work on EDIS too, and I saw that they have some list of criteria with which they select their awardees. The first criterion is the academic merit. On Erasmus Mundus, I advise people, and you need to select programs that are, let me say, that resonate with your bachelor's degree. It is very important so that you don't waste time and effort, because you can imagine people who have studied data science, who have studied mathematics, applying for a particular program. And because I studied forestry, I'm coming with my forestry degree to apply for the same program that do not really align with the program and program objectives, like wasting my time. So for this particular program, academic merits is advised. It takes up to 70 points out of 100. So if you've studied courses that include computer science, you can apply, computer architecture, computer networks, you should read this, and you have engineering and mathematics. Yeah. So we can see that special attention will be put on grades you receive in these courses. Yeah, my boss is saying I'm making notes. I need to continue. The criterion 2 is a previous relevant experiences. If you've done any volunteering work, entrepreneurial experience, international experience, please state them in your CV. This and motivation. Okay, it is even written here. CV. Your CV will be used to assess the previous relevant experiences. So you should state all this in your CV. Don't be shy. Show all your strengths and all. This takes up to 15 points. That means if you have relevant degree and relevant experience, you have a total overall point of the highest we can get there is 85 already. So we have 15 left. We are writing a good, I think this is not writing. The motivation letter here is not by writing, it's a video question that need to be answered. So they take the answer, how you answer these questions in that video take 10 points. So which is not small. And lastly, you have your recommendations, which takes 5 points. And then the grades of the applicants will be set some percentage of some numbers from the list of applicants. Those grading points, grading scores some will be selected for the scholarship. So guys, take everything serious, and I wish you all the best to your applications. The next program I have here is the International Master in Security, Intelligence and Strategic Studies, IMSISS. So this particular information is for all Erasmus Mundus programs. If you've watched my video where I discussed the 15 facts about Erasmus Mundus, the first fact I discussed there is that if you are from anywhere in the world, you're welcome to apply for Erasmus Mundus. So this particular program has it on the website. IMSISS welcomes applications from students around the world. So this is to to discuss more about how Erasmus Mundus works, which I already discussed on the 15 facts. If you've not watched this, please watch the video. Also, 2-1 honor degree. This is the requirement for this particular program. 2-1 honor degrees in politics, international relations, history, area and cultural studies, law, sociology, criminology, human geography, computer science, language sciences, global studies, psychology, medical studies, and journalism, modern languages, and business. Can you see the wide range of BSc degrees? Can you see the diversity? Who can imagine that someone who has studied law and someone who has studied maybe psychology or even language will have, or computer science, will have the same program? So that is this is one of the facts I discussed. I think you should watch that video on the fact. And also, this is, I think on this single point, I have like 3 of the facts I discussed. I discussed the fact that not only first class graduates are allowed to apply for Erasmus Mundus program, and this is coming with a minimum of 2-1 to apply for this. I talked about how Erasmus Mundus gives different degree earners to apply for degree holders to apply for the same program. And also I stated that what other thing did I mention? I think I saw, okay, and this from around the world. Also, relevant work experience background in security, intelligence, risk analysis will also be considered. If you have these experiences, put it in your CV, show it in your motivation letter and all. And even if it is a video motivation video, yeah. And lastly, not lastly, I think I have more information on IMSISS. And thirdly, academic background in field of engineering and computer science will be considered for the pathway A only. I think the pathway will mean a particular mobility track. So if you've not watched my video on mobility track, you should watch it. This will help you a lot as you apply, as you prepare and apply to win. So on IMSISS, I have an additional page. So I have a list of requirements for IMSISS. There's a form to be filled, okay? And also, I've always mentioned that for Erasmus Mundus, please create an Europass CV. I have a video on my channel where I shared my CV and I did a step by step or step to step step by step tutorial on how to create an Europass CV. You should watch the video. Easy to follow. Also, you need 2 recommendation letters. If you watch my video on how to choose the right recommenders, how to choose the right referees, you will understand better what recommendation letter is, what should be in there, and the important boxes the recommendation letter should click. For this, now it needs to be on letterhead. If you watch the video, you understand better. And also, I stated that, okay, you see this, I mentioned this in the video, must be on institutional headed paper or with an official stamp. I mentioned this in the video. I think I need to put all the Erasmus Mundus content in a playlist so that it can serve as complete guide for applicants. I think I'll do that. So, and the reference must be submitted directly. Okay, can be submitted directly. We advise you to do so to this particular email address from the referee's institutional address. I also discussed this in the video where I mentioned that you can have to attach sometimes. You may The referee may receive an automatic email, and this is another thing they may have to submit directly to an email address. So references will not be accepted from a personal email address. By personal email address, it means an email address that have gmail.com, that has yahoo.com, outlook.com. So they only want the reference letters to be submitted, for instance, from organizational email address like kudrat.lawal@sci-fag.org kind of thing, or at futa.edu.ng, at ui.edu.ng. You understand those kind of emails. So your referees should have them if they are lecturers or if they are working in federal, state, or even NGOs. Some NGOs also have this kind of email. So guys, take note of all this information. That's why I'm coming with an extra page for IMSISS. Also, another information here is that the reference letter must be signed with an electric or wet ink signature. So some people will submit reference letter without a signature. Anyone can write that. Even if I were to be among the selection committee, I will not accept the recommendation letter without a signature. So a typed name like yours sincerely or regards, Professor Ojo without signature is not sufficient, not enough. So at least one of the two references should be academic. I think I have discussed all of this in that video. So that means at least one of the two. I'm discussing this in detail because so many people are not familiar with scholarship applications, and so many people are watching this video will be applying for the first time, and this really help them. So at least one of the two references. So at least one means you can have two reference letters from two of your lecturers, of your professors from your university where you've studied, and also you can have one from your school and one from maybe where you volunteered, where you are currently working and all. So one may be professional, okay, that's what I just explained. So then this transcript, your certificate, your proof of English proficiency, your passport, make sure you have everything in PDF format. So let's move to the next program I have here. I have Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters in Interdisciplinary Mathematics, Intermath. From the name, people may have thought that this is for people who graduated with a degree in mathematics or statistics or data science, but trust me, it is not limited to that. We have an interesting update for this particular program. 2026 call for application will open in November, and I'm making this video in August. So this is a good time for you to read more, to be aware that you can apply for this. So if you've completed a bachelor's degree in mathematics, applied mathematics, physics, engineering, or you have a very strong mathematical background, so you are eligible for this particular program. And also be aware that if you are in your final year, you have a strong mathematical background, you are studying mathematics, you are studying applied mathematics, you are studying physics, you are studying engineering, data engineering, please apply for this opportunity. And I look forward to celebrating you when you eventually win. So the next program I have there is LASCALA. This European Erasmus Mundus Large Scale Accelerators and Lasers. So this particular program, like many others, is for 2 years, and the aim is to train experts in the most advanced experimental and theoretical tool and concept in accelerators, physics, high power lasers, laser plasma. These are big for me. Laser plasma interaction at high intensity, as well as the applications related to the new source of energy, health, and security diagnostics. So if you know, with this overview of what LASCALA is all about, if you are eligible, if you can apply, you should have an insight. Also, let me talk about this admission criteria. We've studied physics. I think this list of programs, I have many programs of physics and engineering graduate and final year student. So if you know anyone who are studying this, please share them this video. So you should have, okay, you see what we have here. Applicants should have or should be in the process to get a BSc in physics, applied physics, engineering, or related topics like optics, nuclear, and photonics. You can remember all this topic in our elementary physics. This is good. And we have the final information on LASCALA. PhD students and PhD holders are not eligible to apply for LASCALA. For so many of our opportunities, sometimes you see that PhD holders win Erasmus Mundus to go for another round of joint masters, even though they have their masters and their doctoral degree already. So if you have a master's degree, if you have a PhD, you are eligible for Erasmus Mundus unless stated on the program website like this. So guys, if you are pursuing your PhD degree already or you already have it, you are not eligible. However, master's degree holders, information about anyone holding a master's degree already is not on this website. So if you have it, apply for it, guys. Guys, the final program I have for today is the data science of human multimodal communication, the European and International Joint Masters, MULTICOM. This makes me remember a phone I used the time. I think was it Multilinks or something? So I know this has to do with computer science kind of thing. So if you have a degree in physics, computer science, data science, engineering, mathematics, look forward to multicom opening soon. Guys, I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next video. I know so many people are already waiting for this video, and this is it, guys. We have a load of information at your doorstep. If you've not subscribed to the channel, do so now. If you already did, I appreciate you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.